So without further ado, let's get started. The staircase is 5 by 6 by 7 if you count the floor. If I were you, I would place some slabs here in order not to bump your head on the blocks. This is what you'll need in order to build the staircase. You can replace your melons by any blocks that doesn't stick to slime, and the slab by any transparent block. Also, you can't use honey blocks instead of slime because it won't work. So first of all, we are going to do the two first steps. For that, we are going to place two pistons underneath the middle blocks with slime blocks behind with a piston underneath it. The way it will work is by powering this piston first and then this one, and for the retraction, this one, then this one. So in order to do that, you are going to make this shape right here and place redstone dust on top of it, then an observer facing down. I will explain later why this observer is needed here. Then a repeater set to 3 ticks and another one set to 4 ticks. Then you are going to place some blocks right here like that and redstone dust on top of it. So we want to power this piston once before and once after this one. For the one after, we are going to place an observer here facing up and a non-sticky block here. These blocks need not to be movable by the slime blocks on this side. And then you are going to place redstone dust on top of it. On the other side, you are going to place an observer here with another unmovable block here and redstone dust on top of it with something to redirect this redstone dust on the sides, like a button or a lever. So we have the extension fully working like this. For the retraction, we need to place an observer here and a block, and for the other side, same thing, an observer facing down, repeater set to 3 ticks, and an observer facing up into this block here. We can now try out the retraction. Then for the last block, we are not going to drop it from here. Instead, we are going to hide it on this side. For that, you are going to place two pistons like this and a third one facing up with a block on top of it. And of course, same thing on the other side. So two pistons, a third one, and a block. Same as earlier, we are going to power this piston first, then this one, and for the retraction, this one, then this one. In order to do that, you are going to place an observer here and two like this up, facing up, and a block on top of it. Same thing, of course, on the other side, observer and a block on top. We want this piston to power once before and once after the two right here. For that, you need to add a slab here with redstone dust on top of it and an observer facing into this block. For the second extension, you are going to place an observer here and another one facing up like this with a block on top. So we are going to do the same on the other side, an observer, another one, and a block. Slab here with redstone dust on top of it, and finally an observer here facing into this block. For the input, we are going to use this kind of setup right here, which enables to have two different inputs. So in order to do that, you are going to place an observer here facing into this block, a piston facing up, and a composter on top of it. You are going to fold the composter. Then you are going to add a compactor here facing into this block and a redstone dust here. And for the other input, you are going to place a block here with redstone dust on top of it and an observer facing down here into this block. On top of the observer, you are going to place an old block like this and a redstone dust on top of it. And finally, a block on top. This block will be at floor level, so you can put your input like this on top of it, and your staircase is finally done.